Well, it's the week before SEMA, and I had been asked a couple of months ago, hey, you've got a really cool van, would you like to spruce it up and bring it to the show? And I said, I'm a little busy, but it might be interesting. And then probably about 3 weeks ago, I called them and said, do you need it? Because I really don't have time, and it's really getting down to crunch time. And they said, no, we have a wait list of cars that we'd love to put in the booth, which is kind of a big deal. SEMA is the biggest trade event in the world for automotive aftermarket. Painters, fabricators, body manufacturers, aftermarket. This is where everybody goes from the whole world. So to say no is kind of an important step, I think, to be able to say, no, let's just live and not do all the late nights. And then last week, the body shop called and said, hey, you still want to do that build for SEMA? I said, oh, thanks so much for helping me get me the quote, everything. I'm actually going to push it off maybe for next year or something. And they said, no, we'd love to do it this year. And so it's their fault. That's why I'm standing here outside their shop. Literally, I'm pretending to look at a watch. I don't need to. It's 10 days until I have to drive this thing cross country.
What made me decide to take on this build is I'm not afraid of challenges. I seen the van, I seen the time that we could probably have into it, the work that needed to be done. Plus Jamie, he's a solid customer, so we decided to do it. This whole business started, I was 22. I answered an ad in the paper for a painter's helper. I'm into hot rods, I'm into race cars, so I wanted to always paint my own car. I bought my Chevelle when I was in high school. My intent was always paint it. So once I got involved with the body shop, I kind of forced my way into the paint shop. I had the painter there. He was a painter for a good 30-some years, and I said, I want to learn how to paint. And he kind of shot me down. So what I did is I actually took it upon myself that at night I would start painting cars that they didn't know about. I would prep them and paint them. And then the mystery car was painted in the morning, and they'd be like, who painted this car? I don't know who was here last night to paint the car. And I kind of worked myself into a painter's position. And I moved on to another collision shop. And I took a chance when my daughter was born, and I opened up my own shop. Jay's my partner in the body shop. 75% of my business became Hearst and Limo, and H.C. Martin came from that. This shop size is about 17,000 square feet. I started out in a 2-car garage. I used to build monster trucks in here, had a wooden brick floor, and then we came in. We started from scratch here, raised the roof. Every piece of equipment in here is brand new. Everything's brand new from scratch. I started out by myself with a helper. Now we're looking at, I think we have 8 guys. I had up to 11 at one point. But my employees that I have now, outstanding. I can't ask for better employees. These guys will go through, anything to get the job done.
My name is Marty. I am from Norristown, Pennsylvania. Here at H.C. Martin, I am the shop manager.
Marty's a new addition on the last few months. He's our manager. He controls all the guys. He stepped in from a mechanical background. Completely different than the body shop. So he's not used to some of the techniques that we use, the way the shop flows. It's completely different than mechanical. It's not bring it in, put a water pump, and take it out. He's still learning the process, but he's a very big-time go-getter. He treats the guys very well. He understands how to flow things through the shop. With learning the body stuff, he's really picking up fast. So, our shop has grown so much since he's gotten here because it's taken a lot of load off my back.
The toughest part about what's going on with this is the other side of the business, which is the Hearst, our other customers that we have. We do a lot of bodies that we finish and have to get ready for paint. Just the scheduling, making sure everything flows and we're not disappointing our customers at the end of the day.
Well, hello from the Nürburgring. Am I here to go racing? Am I here to drive sports cars? No, I'm here to buy a beige van that hasn't moved in many years. The van is essentially a Sprinter van, which is very in vogue right now. Everybody loves van life. Everybody loves off-roading. Everyone loves pre-runners. It's captured the imagination. I love commercial vans. I love just dumb, silly vans. And the reason this one, I fell in love with it, it's a Volkswagen van. It is built on it's a sister car of the Sprinter. But Volkswagen Nutzfahrzeuge, and the Germans are gonna be yelling at me for my pronunciation, but it's Volkswagen commercial vehicles. famously, of course, they made the split window buses, they made the bay windows, and then they got bigger and bigger. So this is their 2.8 ton van, taller, wider, diesel, rear wheel drive, but it's beige. It's beige and I love it. And it's 2 owners. It was originally sold in the Netherlands, and I knew the second owner for years, and I always said, if you ever sell it, let me know. If you ever sell it, let me know. And eventually they moved their whole company to the Nürburgring, and this poor little beige van got sat out back and abandoned. And that's when I bought it.
Well, that's a good sign. There's nothing hanging off of it or falling off of it.
Hello.
What's happening?
It's big beige.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Not too bad. See, that's what I'm saying.
Not too bad.
It's not that bad.
No.
It's fine.
It's definitely better than you said.
Everything's fine.
Let me check her out. First one I've ever seen, to be honest with you. Not bad. Interior's in great shape. Little tear right here. We can address that.
Sure, it's got good bones.
Yeah. Door doesn't look like it's rotted all the way through, but a little bit of rust.
Yeah, it's
take
coming.
care of that. Yeah.
And then I've been looking for parts. I've been hunting. So a lot of these items, these touch points, I can get brand new from Germany if I can get them in time.
Okay.
So I feel like that, obviously the seats,
Sure.
the driver's seats.
Do you want to replace the seats, or are we gonna, do you want to function with the?
I
stock?
am thinking aftermarket. I'm thinking
Okay.
a nice gray or brown. I'd like your opinion on the seat belts. So right now we've got
I
kind
see.
of dirty old black seat belts, but
Yeah.
I'm sort of thinking, why don't we color change them?
Or 5-point harness.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think with 74 horsepower we need that, but I'm thinking like, how about like color match beige or
Okay.
bright orange or yellow?
Hey, whatever you
Like,
want.
There's not much you can do to this van to keep it authentic, but I'm like, that could be one of our little touches.
Sure. I kind of like how it's up on a pedestal too. I mean, I know most vans are up on pedestals, but
Yeah.
this is going to make a nice foundation for us to adapt to pretty much any seat that you want to put in here.
Oh, exactly. It's just straight sliders, so that's no problem. We
Right.
we have some paint off on the pedestal there,
Sure.
but otherwise, no. And we'll go from a 3-seater to a 2-seater, I think.
And quick to get these doors off. So that'll be perfect to do the door jambs and get your weather strip out, and everything will be perfect.
Yeah, the stuff is available in Germany, so when we take the seals off, if any of them disintegrate, then I can try and get them ordered ASAP, but whatever we can retain, because not all of them are available.
Windshield's in good shape, everything.
Windshield, I don't know if it's from America. I have one little bullet. So I think I try and get one of the gluer guys in, the quick repair guys.
I do have a quick repair guy that can come out there and probably fill that in.
I feel like that's worth it. The good news is the backup is this is the sister car of the Sprinter.
Okay.
So if we need a windshield, they do exist in the country.
Okay.
So we're not doomed, but
All right.
yeah.
No problem.
I like it. I like that it's just, hey, no problem, no worries, we got this. I like it.
I probably won't sleep for a week, but we'll have it
Yeah.
done. We'll get it done for you.
The hardest thing about making this in 10 days is going to be the deadline. We're going to be cutting it real close.
Okay.
I don't like that there's piles of the van already sitting on the floor. How solid is it? You
It
feeling
needs
just
some work.
you feeling inside the van from there?
Oh yeah,
Patch panel.
So it is a hole.
Nothing scary.
definitely a
All
hole.
right, I like nothing scary. Yeah, I know this is a hole. This one's
Yep.
the cool.
Can't get the piece, we'll make the piece.
The cool thing is, it is the same production line as the Mercedes Dodge Sprinters. There's even a nice newer one sitting right behind us.
Yeah.
So those panels do exist. They're probably going to be the crummy aftermarket super thin ones,
Yeah.
but they put a lot more of the van on the ground.
Yeah.
What are you doing at the back here?
Obviously, There's a lot of fading going on up top. Some hopefully rusted the spots. The doors on these are super weak. You can see on the inside here,
Right.
like
Yeah.
it's got the seam sealer
Yeah, we'll dig that
and
all
then it's
out.
going, but I think traditionally most other ones of these vans are just rotted up to here. And so I hope it's got enough metal on the inside.
Yeah. Not bad. I mean, it's got the single stage fade, which they all get. I mean,
Sure.
We'll put it back to original color. I got a few tricks up my sleeve. Maybe some bed liner, rugged it up a little bit, maybe some bumpers.
Yeah. So yeah, bumpers. The bumpers are pretty shot. They're faded. I have managed to find a kit.
Okay.
So in Western Canada, there's a kit for us.
Okay.
It comes unwelded. So they laser cut it, but we have to weld it, we have to fit it to it, but it is made for the Mercedes version.
Okay.
So in theory, I don't have a tracking number, but sometime, hopefully in the next couple of days, so bumpers, these ones can come off. It does have the Euro hitch.
Okay.
I think we can probably keep that if it fits, if it works. If not, we'll put a US one on it.
Okay.
I do want to have a hitch. The bumper comes with a, oh my gosh, I'm such a Volkswagen person, not an off-roady person. Winch.
Okay.
Winch is what I'm looking for. It comes with a winch mount. Inside, it's like a putting green. I don't know if anybody golfs, but, oh, and the doors don't stay open, so.
Okay. That's all something we'll address while we have it.
Yeah. So, this part to me looks like the least SEMA ready. This to me, you've been there, you've seen it.
Absolutely.
This is not SEMA.
Nah.
Actually, yo. Okay. That's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
That looks original.
Nice hardwood floors underneath.
It kind of does.
Yep.
And I feel like this is the original, and
Sure.
it's in pretty decent shape. So maybe this is savable.
Sure. Do you have any ideas of any equipment or anything that wants to go in here?
So I want like pre-runner. I want like the rear-wheel drive trucks that go out to to check out where the bigger boys are going to be running in Baja. I'm looking at it like it's a delivery support van for
Okay.
base camp. So it doesn't. This thing's got 74 horsepower when it was new. Goodness knows how many horses have left
Right.
already. So I'm not going to try and pretend that it's going to be climbing Mount Everest or something.
Okay.
But I want it to be, can you take a nap in the back? Have you got the tools? Can we be carrying some wheels and tires? Maybe is there a tire changer? I mean, or just some tools. I don't hate this like primitive homemade.
Sure.
I just imagine some Dutch flower delivery company, like some dude made this in his shed. So I don't hate it. I'm almost
Yeah.
like, do we just sand and like stain a little
Sure.
bit?
You want it to be used and to be abused because that's what's going to happen to it on the trails. You know, especially being a support vehicle.
Sure.
Changing tires. I mean, stuff's going to bounce around, but if we do finish the floor and finish the wall and stuff like that, obviously it'd be a lot more durable. First of all, the aesthetics, the look of it would look way better than, you know, peeling it up and just leaving it like this and us mounting anything you want in here on top of this.
We gotta do something. I'm picturing like a color match cooler. I'm picturing, you know,
Sure.
it's SEMA. Half the things don't really ever do what they're going to. The fact that I have to drive this 3,500 miles and I'm gonna have an air mattress in the back or a pop-up tent on the roof or something to actually use. But the main thing is, we know you're gonna do a great job on the outside. How do I make the inside not then be a letdown?
Right. We want to carry the outside into the inside, and 'cause the most of the focus obviously is going to be the outside, and basically with the inside is functionality. You know, you want this thing to look good but function too for what you want to use it for.
Exactly.
The critical parts about this build are going to be the body work, making sure we get them all right before we get it to paint.
All right, so let's take a look. We'll get to the board. I have a board set up for you. We'll put a list together. We'll get a punch list going, some scheduling. Make sure that we have the parts up on there that you want to put on. And then if it's feasible to do the parts, if not, then we'll fab stuff up for you. Whatever.
All right, I love it.
All right. So what we're gonna do is get this punch list together for this van. I'm guessing we have 10 days.
It's 9 days.
9. Let's make that
Yeah, it's
9 days to SEMA.
9
All right.
days I gotta be driving.
Okay. So, we are driving this thing to Vegas. All right.
So the paint's gotta be dry.
All right. So,
In 9 days, I'm leaving to drive 3,000 miles or 2,500 miles.
okay. So, I guess first thing will be tear down. And we'll assess damages, rust, and bodywork. We will completely disassemble parts. I know you said that there is some here, and we're looking at some, all, maybe, none.
There's almost, well, here, do you want me to do to jump in with a pen?
Absolutely.
All right, so all right, I've been working on this a lot, but it's not a lot of time. So, exterior. We've got the off-road metal bumpers coming.
Okay.
I have no ETA. I don't have a tracking number. They're coming from Vancouver, Canada. We've got door lock and handles because we've
Okay.
got that broken. We've got the side door.
They're pretty straightforward.
As long as the side door opens.
Okay.
If we're cutting that thing off,
So there's an issue with the side door.
yeah, sorry.
Okay. No problem.
Side door inside and outside just doesn't move. The handle
Okay.
doesn't do anything. So we're gonna pull the inner panel, go inside, work on the latch.
Okay, now's the time to let's get this all out in the air now.
Windshield crack, and then we've got lighting.
Not bad. And then anything else that you want to add, obviously, as we go.
So let's do accessories. Wheels, tires, suspension, lift.
We're definitely going off-road tires. How high of a lift?
We can do an off-the-shelf 2-inch lift.
Okay.
Roof rack. Everyone loves the off-roady stuff, so we're gonna do
Absolutely.
I've got that on order,
Okay.
but it's straight from the manufacturer, so I don't know where it is. So
And
anyway,
then, obviously, with the roof rack, LED lighting, I see you put lighting down, so that's all going to go with it as far as mounting the lightings on the rack.
we're gonna go to 2 bucket seats. We've got the rear wood. And this is not your problem. This is not your problem, but engine. Oil change, timing belt. I'm just gonna make that note for myself. I'm just gonna add brakes. Maybe when we take the wheels off, when it goes up on your nice big hearse lift, and we can just like look at the brakes and
Sure.
tell me if like, oh yeah, there's no pad material before I get to the Eisenhower Pass.
Yeah, we're metal
in
on metal.
Colorado. So
Okay. I don't think there's no problem. We can get this done. I just have confidence in my guys. I know for a fact that I'll assign, 2 guys to this, 2 guys to that. Before we know it, we'll have it ready to go in the paint booth. Once it's out of the paint booth, we'll attack all the other accessories and everything else that has to go onto it. So I'm not worried.
I love your confidence because I'm like little, blood pressure might be a little bit higher
Yeah.
right now, but this is
I
good.
hear you.
So
I
thank
hear
you.
Now, everybody, on the van, let's go. 9 days.
Like this show? Want more? Then head to WatchPTTV.com, the new 100% free PowerTube TV streaming network. Home of the best classic and new motorsports racing and build shows on the web.